We do have major breaking news. President Donald Trump has announced that he has tested positive for coronavirus, and there are so many layers to discuss. I hope to discuss all of them. Let's go through it in sequence. First, what has been alleged? What do we believe that we know about the situation? Well, late last night, early this morning, close to 1 a.m. Eastern time, Donald Trump tweeted, "Today, First Lady of the United States and I, meaning Melania, tested positive for COVID-19. We will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately. We will get through this together." News of this came after it was announced that a close staffer to Donald Trump, Hope Hicks, had tested positive. Now, already, just based on the facts, with no speculation, we know that irresponsible behavior took place here. We've since learned that there was actually a concern about Hope Hicks early on Thursday, and that Donald Trump, knowing he had been exposed, still went to a fundraiser, did not wear a mask, and we don't know how many more people were exposed as a result of Donald Trump's behavior after being in contact with Hope Hicks. Not surprising, he's not taken it seriously from the beginning. Second, a ton of people don't believe this, and I am not asserting any conspiracy, but when I woke up this morning, the number of people who had emailed me saying, this is a ruse to get out of the debates, Trump doesn't really have coronavirus, this is a staged plan to, in 10 days or 12 days, for Trump to come out and say, I beat it, I told you it's no big deal, to make him seem strong to his followers. Maybe to say I beat it with hydroxy, or I beat it with remdesivir. We have such great treatments, or plasma or whatever, right? The counter to that would be, yeah, I mean, I get it. Trump lies all the time and he might be lying about everything, including this. Wouldn't just getting it make him look weak to some of his supporters? It seems like an potentially risky gambit to lie about having it to then lie about beating it. But there is widespread concern about this. The sort of less wacky idea that a lot of people are emailing me about is, well, isn't it possible that this is an escape pod for Donald Trump? Because he sees the writing on the wall. After that first debate, the odds of Biden winning have gone up. The odds of Biden winning, of Trump winning, have gone down. And Donald Trump, we knew all along that if he lost, he was going to say, I got screwed by coronavirus. Otherwise, I would have won. Everything was great. Best economy. Black people were working, all the stuff he says. Hispanic, low unemployment, all of this stuff. That now, seeing the writing on the wall, he is potentially using this to simply get out and or even to throw the election. He doesn't necessarily, I mean, if he were to get very sick, he wouldn't even necessarily have to say, I'm no longer running. But you would imagine that there are some people who would say, I can't vote for a guy who's so sick. We need a healthy president. I understand why people are suspicious, because this is an administration that has lied constantly about everything. But as of right now, at least plausibly, Donald Trump has coronavirus, is experiencing mild cold-like symptoms, and it is quarantining. All future, immediately future events have been canceled. Of course, the second debate is scheduled for about 12 days from today. It's not this coming Thursday. In other words, not 6 days from today, but the following Thursday. I guess that makes that 13 days from today. It would be very borderline, given how long one can remain infectious. It would be very borderline to be able to be at an in-person debate 13 days from today if he just tested positive yesterday. So no announcement has been made as of this moment. It's something we're going to be following. It's something that we are going to be tracking here. The sort of next layer to this is, a lot of the feelings that have been bottled up for months, or not bottled up, but sort of simmering there, about Donald Trump not taking this seriously and so on. They are coming out, and there are a lot of people who are saying what I think are sort of horrible things about, they hope Trump dies. I'm getting tweets and messages. I hope Trump gets a really serious case. I hope he dies. I think that happens to be both morally wrong and also strategically wrong. let me take it one by one. First, the moral part. I don't wish death or disease on anyone, even bad people. I don't really believe in karma, but it just feels wrong to me to hope for things like that. Now, I understand Trump has not taken the 212,000 American coronavirus deaths seriously. So why should we care about one? We're not like them. Okay, we're better than them. We're not going to stoop to their level. So Donald Trump deserves to lose. And this gets to the practical. Trump deserves to lose and he deserves to be voted out via a massive repudiation by the American people, not by getting sick. Okay, so I maintain. And listen, this is not the hill I'm going to die on. I understand why some people are reacting in these ways. Screw Trump and all. I get it. But for me, I would take no. Not only do I not take pleasure in people getting sick and dying, fundamentally, that is antithetical to my beliefs. I wouldn't take pleasure in removing Trump because he gets sick or dies. I want him repudiated by the vote, plain and simple, period, full stop. Now, by the way, just as a funny or ironic or coincidental personal story, I've been having some what I think are sort of allergic symptoms lately. And my doctor said, listen, before we test for allergies, because coronavirus is so weird, get yourself a coronavirus test. So I actually went yesterday after filming the show and I got one and it really wasn't too bad. They're using a much thinner swab now and, whatever. When I woke up this morning anticipating my coronavirus test results, I saw Trump had tested positive for coronavirus. And again, Trump's test and my test are completely unrelated, but for some reason, I had this vision of announcing both that Trump had tested positive and that I had tested positive. I tested negative, got my results this morning within minutes of hearing about Donald Trump's positive test. Completely unrelated, but just a timing issue has me announcing that today. Hopefully, my test was an accurate negative. We wouldn't want a false negative. So we're going to continue following this. No Trump events scheduled for the foreseeable future. As a result of this, Donald Trump will be quarantining. He has coronavirus. Melania Trump has coronavirus. Hope Hicks has coronavirus. And I would not be surprised to see others test positive in the days to come.